This is a 6510 Victor. There's really no videos out on this. I'm making a video. I have several of these cameras of different models. We're dealing with the 40s all the way to 55s, 60s, and 60s, 25s. To removal of the belts. A lot of people are buying these projectors on eBay and all over the place. What they don't realize is that these belts crack and break, and they're hard to get. You can't even find them. I do have a supply of these. We're going to show you how to do this. It's very, very simple how to get this camera projector out of the box first. So this one is already out of the box. The first thing you want to do, we're going to pretend that it is in the box, and this is all hooked up. Take your springs off, take your arm off, take the other arm off. Okay, then you got to lay it down on its back, the box. There are 4 screws that come right through the box into the projector. All you got to do is take these 4 screws off. Okay, pick it back up again in the box. Pull it out slightly away from the amplifier, and then you'll have to deal with the RCA plug. You have a plug, depending on your model, the configuration. To get at it, to get at the AC, you have to take those 4 bolts out and move this projector away from the box. Once you have it away from the box, you'll have to deal with the rewind cable. Now, the rewind cable sometimes will undo itself like this, and you'll be able to pull it out. Okay? Because you want to get away from the box. If this, most of the time, this may be seized up, and it can't get it apart. So, what you'll have to do is come down here, and this nut, and this little snap ring, you pull it off, and this plate will come off, and you will take this away from its pulley and leave it in the box. When you're ready to assemble, you just reassemble it back and put it in without destroying this cable. This is the only method you can use if she doesn't unwind from its connection. They're all done this way. So, we take up one arm, the take up arm, put it back, one of them. You're going to put it on its side so that you have this leveled out this way. Now, what you're going to do is get yourself your screwdriver. Okay. And you have 4 screws to deal with. You got here, 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 and here, and here. That's 5. Okay? These screws come out. I loosened them up already. So we're going to take these out. This one. This is the bottom. This. This. Very simple to deal with here. Take out your, this is what holds your cover for your lamp. Take that out. Okay, now you're accessing the back end of this. You pull this away, just kind of work it, nice and easy, and it's going to come apart. So I'm coming 2 sections this way. Just take the whole piece out. Nothing's going to fall out. Lay it down on its side. You're now into this machine. This is the belt right in here. If you take a real good look, you'll see these belts, they're old. They crack. And they start slipping, and they start chattering. Everything starts bouncing around. Feels like you got some kind of loose nuts and bolts inside once it starts doing this. Okay? This is the belt that we're going to replace it with. This is a belt that I had specially made. These belts fit the models that I'll list on the advertisement. These belts will fit to the T. You won't get any flickering and noise. This is what we're going to go with. Now, you have it on its back, and on your front where your knob is, where you turn to feed the film through, okay, you'll see that you have to have this. If you look closely here, you'll see a little dot right there. See that dot? It's on that camera. Okay, that dot is the timing. That dot has to be right where it is, parallel. It has to be right in there. What I've done is put a little magic marker on my shutter to line up, to keep it in line. When you take this belt off, you don't want to get it out of whack. I will send you a simple two-step to retime it if you do get out of whack with it. It's very simple. Monkey in a spacesuit can do it. That little dot and this red little tag I put on there, which you can do, and keep that in line, because that's your timing. Comes off your cam gear, goes on to the shutter. You're in there now, the way you are. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take the plate off. Okay. Pull your plate straight out. You'll have these two little plastic seats, and there's a little washer. Some of these projectors come a little bit different, but they're all pretty well the same setup. Just watch what comes out. There's no jumping springs out. Pull your belt off. You get it right around this. Don't take this off. You don't need to take this off. You got plenty of clearance. You take your old belt off. Get it around your motor pulley. Very simple. This bolt, all these projectors will have this problem. And put the new one on. Pull it around the pulley. I put it around here on the bottom end first of the motor. Come around this side, pull it through here, slip it right in between there, put it around your idle pulley. See that you're lined up with your marker. Take your plate, put it back on there. Get your screws back in line. Okay, we can put the top plate back on again. We're ready. You make sure that your dots are lined up again. I'm going to put this projector straight up. Let's see if we get some light on it here. Okay, so this is how we should be looking. Okay, this belt fits perfect. You won't get any fluttering on your pictures. No slippage. It has to be a perfect belt for this kind of projector because of our safety switch. We have to have a certain amount of tension so we don't burn up the bearings and put too much, too little, you're going to ruin the projector. I have several of these, like I said, from 40 all the way up to 60, right up to 70, which is 70 model, 7015, 7025s. Take a whole different belt situation. So we're sticking with the 40s all the way down to the 60s. This is the way the mechanisms work. Now I'm going to hook up some electric to the prongs here. Gotta be careful when you do this. You don't want to get it caught up in the fan. Okay, just for demonstration purposes, I'm showing it. Okay, just to show you, you don't need to do this. Your job is to put your plate back on and you're going to be fine. This is just to show you how this belt works. Smooth action and no jumping around. I'm jumping around on the wheel. It's a tight fit. You won't get flickering in the picture. A little slow motion here. Smooth. Don't want to put too much tension on here. Okay. Shut it off. And we're done. This will cut all out. This stuff here.
Are we done?
No, I'm let it run. Oh. I'm going to cut it up. Plate goes back on again. Put your screws back in. Line yourself up good. Snug these screws in. Don't go too crazy, you'll strip it. This is made out of an aluminum type of, so we don't want to go cranking down real hard. We just want to kind of snug everything back in. Put all your stuff back together again. You're ready to go right back in this case. Like I said, if you have trouble here, you pull the nut off and pull here. Sometimes, like I say, these don't come apart. And that's how we do this. That pretty well wraps it up.